Recall when Honda first came out with the CRV? Back then it was this kind of barbaric little ruffian. Well, the CRV is all growed up now, and it's really pleasant. That's the only word I can think of. Let's go for a ride and check the tech. Now understand, it's easy for me to describe the CRV as pleasant when we're running around in the very top of the line. This is the CRV EXL with navigation. Navigation on a CRV is not an option, it's a trim level. And along with that navigation rig comes the best audio system and all the toys, such as they are. Let's take a look. There's the nav system for which the model is named. That is the same software and interface Honda has had for at least 4 years that I can recall. It works fine, not a bad system, not my favorite. I find that the logic of getting around menus is pretty simple. On the other hand, I don't like this little fiddly mushroom cap navigator, never have. But the brightness is real good. And like I say, the basics are easy to get to, partly because we have a good amount of buttons. All in, the audio system is 270 watts with 7 speakers around the cabin. One of those is a sub. In terms of your sources, you've got XM radio in here, AM, FM, no HD. There's that goofy PC card these people are so crazy about. Below that is your single slot for CDs, including MP3 and WMA. And below that is the secret door for your GPS navigation DVD. We've also got a slot down here behind this door, which is kind of hard to use because it's a spring door and a slide cover before you release the cartridge out of the slot. Once all that Houdiniing is over with, voila, the 6-disc magazine to get 6 more discs in there. iPod is interesting. You can get what's called Honda Music Link for a true logical iPod connection. Inside, I detect a real noticeable, pleasant, improvement in the design of the dash and the instrument panel. Nice looking instruments, very crisp and clean instrumentation, especially in that high resolution color multigraph in the middle there. Notice you've got a bar graph for your fuel level and a bar graph for your temperature gauge, as well as for that instantaneous miles per gallon bar there on the top. It feels like a richer car than it really is. Now, powering our pleasant little compact crossover is a classic Honda motor, 2.4 liter inline 4 dual overhead cam with their iVTEC variable valve train. You've got 160 some odd horsepower and about the same number of foot-pounds of torque, a nice parity there. 2027 are your EPA mileage estimates. It always goes out through a 5-speed automatic mounted up kind of here in the console. Just that simple. No shiftable gate, no paddles. Now the engine's numbers are pretty good at 160 plus horsepower and foot-pounds, but it doesn't feel like it. I feel like we're closer to the low end toward 100 of each. I mean, it's a gutless little son of a gun. I think part of it is not the engine so much as the connection from the engine to the transmission, with all the thinking and the programming that is involved therein is just mushy and lazy. I know there's more power into that hood, I just can't get to it. Let's price our very pleasant CRV EXL. About $28,000 base. That's for the 2-wheel drive, but again, loaded at the high trim level with the nav package. Another $200 for that iPod adapter through the dealer, and that's your very pleasant package. Not quite as pleasant as a Navy grog here at Trader Vic's. That's where I'm going next.